Hey guys, welcome back wrestling fans and fanatics. Welcome to the Gifted Radical Wrestling Recap. I am your host, the Gifted One, and this is the Baby Terminator. And today we'll be recapping on the events that transpired on SmackDown this Friday. First off, we have The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E winning the championships one more time for the 8th time, become tag team champs along with Xavier Wood. He's not available right now because he's currently injured, recuperating from an Achilles tendon injury. So them guys have won it again for 8 times. For those of you who don't know, they have 8-time total championships, 2-time Raw tag team champions, and 6 times SmackDown tag team champions. These guys are on a roll. They kick off the show gloating, celebrating as the New Day normally do in typical New Day fashion. Happy-go-lucky guys, powers of positivity all around. The Lucha House Party comes out and interrupts their whole celebration. So the Lucha House Party, as you guys know, they're an underrated tag team with Lucha Libre background. They're high flyers. They're very acrobatic. And these guys feel like they've been overlooked, stepped over, skipped. And for some odd reason, they feel like they deserve a shot at the tag team championships. And to no avail, they haven't gotten one yet. So let's see, this might be the push that the Lucha House Party might be looking for in order to move themselves into contention with the tag team championship. But stopping them in their tracks is The Miz and Morrison, the best tag team of the modern era. Be jealous. And they come out and they explain on why it is that they deserve a tag team rematch for their titles. But we have this upstart tag team that's come out of NXT, and they're called the Forgotten Sons. And Steve Cutler, Wesley Blake, and Jackson Riker. Now, these guys have been wreaking havoc all over NXT. They're a really dynamic, powerful tag team. They're kind of psychotic in a way. They love violence. They're all Marines. And these guys want some gold around their waist. So they come in, physically assault the Lucha House Party as well as the New Day. Miz and Morrison kind of are involved as well. They attack the Lucha House Party while the Forgotten Sons annihilate completely the New Day. Jackson Riker takes out Big E. He's the muscle out of their group. Big E's the muscle in the group of the New Day. And Jackson Riker is a powerful guy. Takes him out. Then Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler hit them with their finishing move, Forgotten No More, and leave the New Day laying. So we'll see if the New Day is going to seek retaliation come next Friday on SmackDown against the trio, or is this going to be a build-up to maybe a fatal 4-way tag team match? Who knows? Leave your comments below and see what you think. So then our first match we have is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. It is Drew Gulak, who now is coming out with Daniel Bryan, and I feel as though that this might be a little bit of star power push that he might be needing, aligning himself with Daniel Bryan, or Daniel Bryan aligning himself with him. Maybe since Daniel Bryan is a vet and Drew Gulak was stuck on NXT in the cruiserweight division, so now he's bumped up to the main roster on SmackDown, and he's been kind of feuding back and forth, trying to help Daniel Bryan out when he was feuding with Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn, trying to coach him. So him and Baron Corbin have a good match. They're kind of back there going back and forth. Drew Gulak takes him outside, throws him over the announcer table. They go back in, but Baron Corbin gets the upper hand on him for a split second. Like I said, guys, it's a back and forth kind of match. Drew Gulak ends up getting the better of Baron Corbin throughout the match. And Baron Corbin needs some type of assistance to give him a hand. So out of nowhere, while they're outside, and he's throwing him against the ring post, Cesaro and Shinsuke come out, give Baron Corbin an aid, taking Daniel Bryan out, and allowing Baron Corbin to pick up the victory, moving on in the Money in the Bank tournament. There you see him pointing to the Money in the Bank. This year, Money in the Bank is a little bit structurally different. They're going to have it in the corporate building. So it's climbing the corporate ladder to Money in the Bank or something like that. We'll see how that pay-per-view turns out. Then after that, he kind of physically assaults him. You know, it's been a more vicious side of Baron Corbin. As you guys know, he took out Elias, damaging Elias's hand because Elias came out singing a song. And in my opinion, I still think that Elias is the legitimate son of the Macho Man Randy Savage, because he kind of looks like him back when Randy Savage was a little younger and he was still alive, God rest his soul. And he also does the dropping elbow from the top rope. So then the next match we have, guys, is the Celtic Warrior Sheamus against Daniel Vidot. Now this guy, Daniel Vidot, what do you think the guy Daniel Vidot looks like? Who do you think he looks like?
Roman Reigns.
He looks like Roman Reigns, right? He's a bootleg Roman Reigns.
Because he has the tattoos.
Right, he has the Hawaiian tattoos, the tribals. He wears the gloves like Roman and everything. Has the long hair, just maybe a different haircut type. Tattoos on his back and everything like that. But my opinion, he's a knockoff Roman Reigns. But this guy, Mr. Vidot, gets beat from pillar to post. Sheamus aggressively assaulting him, giving him a 10 beat to the Balor in the middle of the ring, because he will not be disrespected, as he's been stating. He's not tolerating no disrespect from anybody no more. As you guys know, Sheamus came back from an injury a little while ago. He's came back stronger, faster, in better condition than he's ever been. And he's willing to weed out any weak athletes within the division of SmackDown. And like he says, he will not be disrespected. Giving him the bro kick, picking up the victory. And you guys know that for the past couple weeks, they've been giving like this little Jeff Hardy recap, you know, about Jeff Hardy's story. You know, he had some problems with addiction and everything like that. And then now he's back on the road to redemption after he seeked the help that he needed. I feel like Jeff Hardy needs to come back, because if he's going to finish his career, I mean, he's had a great career. He's Team Extreme all the way. I feel like to put the feather in the cap would be to finish his career in the WWE. So we'll see what's in store for Jeff Hardy when he gets back. So Sheamus, after he picks up the victory over Vidot, he comes out, starts talking crap to Michael Cole, because, you know, he feels as though Michael Cole kind of minimizes what he's done thus far from him coming back. He feels as though that they're giving Jeff Hardy a little bit too much limelight. And, I mean, in my opinion, Jeff Hardy's earned it. You know, any type of publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad, good, or in between. So, you know, he kind of physically assaults Michael Cole at the announcer table, ripping his headset off of his head and just staring at him. Like, if looks could kill, Michael Cole would have dropped dead Friday night on SmackDown. And I don't know. Maybe Corey Graves, you know, he's thinking about coming back to wrestle. Maybe Corey Graves might step in and try to give Michael Cole a hand. I don't know. I think Sheamus is a little too much for Corey Graves to handle. So, you know, leave your comments below and tell me, guys, how you feel about that. So then we have The Miz and Morrison, the greatest tag team of the century, be jealous against the Lucha House Party. As you guys know, as I said earlier in the segment, the Lucha House Party came out and tried to address the New Day, but Miz and Morrison came out and kind of just walked past them in the ramp area, kind of brushing them to the side, like, you guys are C-level athletes. You don't belong in the ring with our type of caliber athletes. So they have a match, and it's a pretty good match, guys. It's been back and forth with Miz Morrison and the Lucha House Party. Good offense by both teams. The Lucha House Party in the middle of the match kind of got the better of the Miz and Morrison due to their high-flying abilities. You know, Morrison is also a high flyer. He has that parkour training and stuff like that. But he doesn't have Lucha Libre style wrestling. So Gran Metalik and Lince Dorado, they have Lucha Libre type of wrestling. So these guys are very acrobatic. They're very good playing on the ropes. You know, and it's just, what can I say? If you guys are good on the ropes and you're good in between the ropes and you can high fly, I'm pretty sure you can get the upper hand on somebody if they don't ground you and keep you grounded. So Miz and Morrison had a hard time trying to keep them grounded. And Lince hits him with a somewhat of like a spike DDT. It's a spike power driver or something like that. Or Morrison tries to go up for a roll up, kind of reverses it. And then he tags the Miz in, and Miz is going in with Metalik. Metalik goes off the top rope, hits Miz with a flying press. Miz hits him with some type of offensive maneuver and tries to set him up for the skull-crushing finale. But in the process of that, because Miz kind of underestimated these guys, Grand Metalik picks up the victory. Rolls the Miz up, kind of reverses the skull-crushing finale, rolls the Miz up, and they get the victory. Miz and Morrison are left shocked in the middle of the ring, surprised, because they didn't think that the Lucha House Party were capable of beating them. They're the former tag team champions, guys. Now, you guys know that the Lucha House Party have been underratedly utilized. Like I said, these guys aren't even B-level players. I'm pretty sure they had them like at a C level. But they pick up the victory against the former tag team champs. So then we have Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans. This is a female Money in the Bank qualifying match. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, Sasha and Bayley, the so-called role models, they've been beefing with Lacey Evans for a couple months now. This storyline with Lacey, bringing her daughter down to one of the events, and Sasha and Bayley kind of got in her daughter's face, kind of disrespecting, and, Lacey's daughter yelled at him, screamed at him, and whatnot. So that's how this whole rivalry kind of started. Also, Sasha did cost Lacey the women's heavyweight championship for SmackDown by interfering, but it was a no DQ, so that's how she didn't end up picking up the victory. But it's a good match. Lacey and Sasha, they start off outside. Lacey gives her no break, throws her against the barricade. Then she approaches Bayley, trying to hit Bayley with a woman's right, but Sasha kind of grabs her hand. Bayley moves out of the way, and Lacey ends up punching the corner of the turnbuckle on the outside, the ring post. Then Sasha goes to work. Her being a tactical technician as she is, she's very crafty. She's a veteran. So she goes to work on that arm, trying to incapacitate Lacey's woman's right punch. And she's just kind of giving it to her, beating her down. Getting the better of Lacey throughout the match. But then Lacey kind of mounts a little comeback with that same injured arm. She hits her with a clothesline, and she starts to go to work. But Sasha, as a crafty veteran as she is, she gets Lacey in a bad predicament, slams the arm back into the turnbuckle again on the outside, on the ring post, and kind of hurting her arm. So Lacey ends up hitting Sasha with a woman's right, first time after that, injured hand and all. But Bayley, the role model, comes out and puts Sasha's leg on the bottom of the ropes so the referee doesn't give her the count. So with that type of interference, Sasha actually rolls Lacey Evans up for damn near a 5 count, guys. But since Bayley interfered, the referee was kind of distracted, so Sasha did not pick up the victory. Ultimately, Lacey Evans ended up hitting her again with another woman's right, putting Sasha down, picking up the victory, and moving on to Money in the Bank. And Sasha was kind of upset with Bayley for losing the match, because this is the second week in a row where Sasha comes up shorthanded due to Bayley interfering. They're supposed to be friends, but I think this is going to be the startup to a new rivalry again between Sasha and Bayley for the Women's SmackDown Championship. Leave your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think. If you think that's going to be a reignition for the rivalry, let me know. So then the main event that we have tonight, it is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss against Carmella and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke comes out from the gate. She's kind of hot. She had a victory last week. She's actually in the Money in the Bank tournament. So, she had a little bit of confidence. I believe that they're giving Dana a little steady but slow push. But I don't think that that's going to mean that they're going to put the title around her waist. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think that Dana has that ability or that quality, not that ability, the quality of a star power to be a champ and to be the face of the women's division. So we'll see how that goes. Carmella comes off at the top of the apron, jumps on Alexa, I've never seen Carmella really doing any high flying type of moves. I guess she's trying to add something new to her repertoire, jumping off of the top and landing on Alexa. Then Dana Brooke does the same thing, jumping off the side of the barricade on top of Nikki Cross. They kind of got Nikki on the outside. Nikki's kind of trying to go back and forth with Carmella and Dana. But Alexa comes out, slides underneath the rope, and baseball slide kicks Dana Brooke in the face, knocking her down. So it's just her and Carmella actually in the ring at this time. Alexa hit her with that devastating right that she's known for. Carmella ended up falling to the mat. And, it was a pretty good back and forth match. It was frequent tags in and out. Right here, Carmella goes for a Hurricane Karana off the ropes to Alexa Bliss, but Nikki Cross hit her with a blind tag. So Carmella had no idea that Nikki was the legal person. So Nikki comes in, picks her up, and then they kind of double team Carmella and hit her with like this modified 3D DDT. So I don't know what's the name that they're going to use for that. Maybe a twisted cross or cross bliss or bliss cross. I don't know. Leave your comments below and let me know what you think this name should be for this move for these girls, this finisher. And to no avail, they pick up the victory. Still your women's tag team champions. I believe that Alexa and Nikki Cross right now, they're matching very, very well. Their chemistry is really, really good in the ring with one another. And I believe with the proper booking and everything like that they can be women's tag team champions for a little while. Maybe, who knows, maybe till SummerSlam or maybe till Survivor Series. I mean, it would be good to see them hold on to the championships for a little while. At least they're defending the tag team championships. So then we end the show with Triple H coming down. And, Triple H always has his little entrance with the water bottle where he stands on the apron of the ring, spits his water out. But apparently, with this pandemic that we have, hopefully everybody's being safe as well. Being safe, protecting yourself and sanitizing with this COVID-19. So one of his producers apparently comes down masked up, takes the bottle of water from him. So that way he doesn't spit any particles into the air and maybe contaminate somebody. I believe they were just taking proper precaution. I don't know if they were doing it as a joke, but I thought it was kind of funny. And Shawn Michaels comes to the ring. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they're the best of friends. And guys been knowing each other for 25 years. And they're kind of like going back and forth, gelling off of each other. Shawn is asking him, did Hunter remember when he had his 25th anniversary recap, and he was coming up with this elaborate story and whatnot. But to no avail, Shawn Michaels never did have a 25th recap of his career or nothing like that. He just retired after he got beat by The Undertaker, and then he came back for Crown Jewel or whatever. It was a hot mess. I believe he should have just stood home. You're not the Heartbreak Kid no more. You're retired. Stay retired. Just do what you do at the Performance Center, helping all the other new talent that's coming up. So Vince McMahon comes out, kind of like to congratulate Triple H. That's his son-in-law, his son. He's married to Stephanie McMahon. I believe Triple H is going to take over the company once Vince retires. So Vince is out there, congratulating him, talking to him and Shawn about their DX days and what worked, what didn't work. And apparently it was a not-so-Degeneration X moment, because everything that they did was comedy, but it was kind of like a raunchy comedy. For those of you guys who followed the Attitude Era, you know what I'm talking about. But it gets to a point where Vince is kind of telling them that he's tired of their babbling, and he wants them to turn everything down and go home, eventually turning off the lights on them, leaving them in pitch black, and the show goes off the air. So guys, that's the recap for Friday Night SmackDown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I drop any new content, you guys can be alerted. Once again, I am the Gifted One. That's the Baby Terminator. See you guys next time.